I mean, I was told for the first time by the Prime Minister and others how bad things were. I'd been briefed by the CMO the week earlier, but not with the colour that the Cobra meeting presented the challenges in London. We're now told that just the concentrations of the cases in ICUs in London are really serious. The Prime Minister is using words like, this is the biggest challenge we're going to face since the Second World War. Draconian measures are going to be needed. And this is not in any way, sort of delusions of grandeur, but I'd been kept in the dark as the elected Mayor of London. And I felt almost winded in relation to what was happening in London, but also realising there are things we could have done in relation to some of these issues. Some we did, St Patrick's Day, enhanced cleaning on the underground. Others we didn't do. And I was quite clear, not in any way to sound panic-driven, but I was alarmed by what I was being told in relation to where we were and where we may go to. And I will never forget that sort of feeling of lack of power, lack of influence, not knowing what's happening in our city.
Now,
so can I just ask what you would have done? I mean, you'd been told on the 11th of March by the CMO that there was going to be a global pandemic and it was coming to London and the impact was going to be huge. You said you had limited powers. Supposing that message had come from government as opposed to Chris Whitty, who obviously is a government employee, what would you have done differently in those 5 days?
Some of the things that happened subsequently. So it was me that lobbied the Prime Minister to go to lockdown. It was me that lobbied the Prime Minister in relation to the inability to keep social distance on public transport, so people shouldn't be using public transport unless they had to.
So we're talking about lobbying. We're not talking about specific actions because your powers are limited.
Well, that's the joy of Cobra, my lady, that you can put your views forward to people with the power and they can take power. So because Cobra is chaired by the Prime Minister, he can act, if you like, as a referee between different points of view between the Cabinet, but also he takes some more representations from somebody at the coalface of London and can respond. So